Hello everyone, today we're going to be watching the Blade and Soul Will of the Iron official trailer. So this is the Destroyer 3rd spec and its little trailer, and it also shows off a lot of the content that we're going to be getting on December 11. So that is when we will get Trove as well as the Destroyer 3rd spec as well as a new dungeon. So without further ado, let's watch the trailer. Quite like the Destroyer's red jacket thingy. That looks pretty cool. This guy looks like Senku, like this spiky green hair, or looks like Rick and Morty. I don't know which was their inspiration, but I mean, I've been watching a lot of Dr. Stone recently, so he kind of reminds me of Senku. He's like, what a she mud scientist this. I don't know what that skill is. That's pretty cool though. It's probably some shield. Sledgehammer, pretty nice skill. Got the spin Reaver. And then of course you've got the freaking Ironclad, which is your dual wield mode. Your lack of vision is so this dungeon is Hangar 0. So Hangar 0 will be dropping the new gloves. I will be covering that later in this video. Will of the Iron. So what I wanted to point out is the choice of music here. So in this trailer, they were using the Iron Tech Forge music, which I like quite a lot actually. I'm hoping that the Hangar 0 gets like a different version of the Iron Tech soundtrack. The reason why is because the Iron Tech soundtrack sounded really cool. And since Iron Tech Forge was all mecha, and then now this new dungeon, this Hangar 0 is also all mecha, I'm hoping that, you know, we get more of that type of music. Because Blade and Soul music is kind of underrated. A lot of people just kind of mute the game and just play, and they don't really appreciate the music, or they don't really have the music playing at all, really. Which kind of sucks, because they do have some good songs. Like Iron Tech Forge, SK, when you're fighting the Iron Conqueror, then there's Hive Queen. Like, all of these have really, really sick soundtracks. Anyhow, let's jump back right here. Blade and Soul Will of the Iron arrives on December 11. So as we just watched the trailer, it's basically saying that the 3rd spec will be coming along, and Hangar 0, which is a new 6-man dungeon, which will be dropping the gloves. However, before we can do it, I think we have to do the side story. So there's a side story called Rise of the Silver Steel. So this side story will allow us to do the new raid or Iron Arc after we complete it. However, Iron Arc will not be released in this update. We will be able to complete the story until it's like, oh, we're going to go into Iron Arc now. But you won't actually be able to go in. So don't panic when you complete this and you're like, why can't I do the new raid? It's because it's not out yet on the NA server. And of course, we will be getting the Holiday Trove or the Winter Trove. So if you watched yesterday's video about the whole Black Friday sales, I don't think I'm going to be buying premium. And I'm just going to save my money until the Trove comes out. And then probably just swipe for that. Again, I'm going to look at the items in Trove. If there's nothing cosmetically pleasing that I want, I probably won't Trove. However, if there's enough of you guys who really want me to Trove, I might do like 50 keys. Like nothing crazy, because there's nothing I really need. However, if they do put something that's like super aesthetically pleasing, a lab coat please, I would definitely swipe. So there's that. However, now let's talk about the stuff that you've all been waiting for, or at least most of you guys are waiting for, and that is what exactly drops from Hangar 0. So here's the screenshot of the glove that drops from Hangar 0. So this glove is just going to be the direct upgrade from your Brew Chamber gloves, and it is very strong. So you really want to get this, especially if you have high crit chance already. The reason why is because if you look at its active, deals damage equal to 800% of attack power, and then it triggers the Radiant Fireman effect for 9 seconds, where it gives you 1.2k critical damage and 800 Mystic during the Radiant Fireman effect. So it's going to give you a ton of critical damage. However, on top of that, it's giving you 800% more attack power, when this thing is active, which is insane. And also you get the 2-piece bonus because with the new bracelet, you will have the extra 15 attack power as well as 250 critical damage. So these gloves are very much worth farming for. Hangar Zero will also drop the potato chips or the golden scales basically. So you're able to farm Hangar Zero as well as Cathedral Cliffs for your potato chips. So you've got 2 options now. And I think Hangar Zero actually has a chance of dropping full scales. So if it does drop full scales, just farm the crap out of Hangar Zero, get all your scales, get your 100 runs, and also farm up for a lot of those cores so that you can buy the gloves right off the achievement merchant. But that's not all. This set of gloves also has a PvP variant, so let's look at that. So here is the PvP gloves. Triggers 18,000 additional damage. There's a chance of triggering the Willow Flower effect. It'll last for 9 seconds. It gives you 160 PvP attack power as well as 430 debuff damage when the thing is active. And it also gives you 430 critical defense. So this is quite a big deal. I don't know how big of a deal it is in PvP because I just don't do that content. But maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section below. But this is definitely an upgrade that most endgame PvPers, especially when you're doing 6v6, you probably want it because it seems pretty good. Gives you a lot of additional damage, does debuff damage, gives you AP, and gives you critical defense. So it's definitely something that you could probably look at. And it also goes into the Imperial Oath set. So if you have any of the other, like the Wrathbringer ring, or the Everstorm earring, or the Kingmaker necklace, or the Conflux belt, that will also help on your set effects. So there's the 2-piece, 3-piece, 4-piece, and 5-piece written right here. As for all the information over here, I've gotten this from Alice's Discord. So thank you very much, Alice, for doing all the translation work and as well as providing us all this information. So I'd like to do that shout out again. Thank you very much, Alice, for doing all this work for us. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to cover in this video. If you guys have any questions about the December patch, do let me know in the comment section below. I will be making a guide on Hangar Zero when the dungeon comes out on the NA server. It will take some time to get used to it to learn the dungeon before I make the guide, but you know, don't worry, my old-fashioned guides will be coming out again as this is new content and it's very interesting. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I would appreciate a subscribe, or if you want to go the extra mile, please consider becoming a member. Speaking about members, I'd like to thank Kevin, Zilantex, Overgamers, Yatogami, Arisoya, Gonzola, Jeremy Chen, Nyana, Pearl Style, Lina Ren, Toots McGee, Solar Hero, SD Sintu, and Key for supporting the channel. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the rest.